Okay, there was a power cut. Sorry about that. So what I was saying is this HTML Webpack plugin can take some uh, parameters or key value pairs, which lets you control this template. Like what is the name of the file that you want to generate, and what is the so let's say template. What is the source code that you want this index.html to have? So I'm going to say index.html. So this is a little confusing here. The template is nothing but index.html. This one, the file name is that is going to be created inside dist folder. So now save this and run this npm run build. It has created, and go to index.html. See, it has now app root, it has script tags, and everything is generated for you. Save this. Okay, this vendor is added later. I'm not sure whether it's going to create a problem or not. Just say reveal in Explorer. Let's give it a try. Go to dist folder and try to start an HTTP server here. I'll say -p 5000. So HTTP server is started. Let me go to localhost 5000. Okay, looks like it is creating a problem and the order is important. So go to console and we have that zone.js error. So I'm going to modify my webpack config and give vendor bundle on top and main bundle in the end. So save this and rerun the command. Now go to dist folder, index.html. See, we have vendor bundle on top, and then we have main bundle later. So let's again go back to the dist folder here, kill the server, restart the server here. From the dist folder, just hit refresh, and we have our application running. So this is your outcome, the dist folder. So the same way the Angular CLI does this. So we are doing it manually. So now I think you should have a fair amount of understanding of what's going on internally with Angular CLI. Actually, CLI does much more than this. We haven't even talked about CSS image files. We haven't talked about all those assets, but you can easily extend this seed project to do that. But if you want, again, one more thing, we haven't talked about those compression or minification, uglification. If you remove this or made this more to production, that's going to do the job of compressing these files. So if you want more idea like how to set this up, go to my GitHub account and try to find Angular seed. I remember I've created once. So this here, I've taken care of CSS files. I've taken care of the minification. So I'm using clean webpack plugin because I want to delete this dist folder every time that I run this. So there I've taken care of that. And then this uglify is responsible for compressing the code. Go through this, and I'm even copying the images to the dist folder. All those things are being handled here. So I'm not going to show you here that one. Just give it a try. Take that as an assignment, extend this. But in a nutshell, this is how you set up Angular project. You may not be doing this in your real world project, but in case if you need it, usually the architects take care of this responsibility. They set it up, they create a seed project, and the entire organization uses the same seed. Okay, so let's now enough of this setup. Let's focus on some of the improvements. Every time that I'm running this npm run build, I don't want that. I want every time I save something, I want a dist folder to be generated. So I'm going to remove this go to ts, go to package.json file, and I'm going to say -w, which is watch mode. I'm saying run this build in watch mode. So this is going to watch for the file changes, and this is going to generate a bundle for me whenever anything changes. As usual, for the first time, it's going to be slow. You have to be patient. So it has generated everything, whatever it is needed. A dist folder, just hit refresh here. You should have dist folder. It is there. And subsequent, the compilations are going to be a little bit faster than the first time compilation. So I'm just going to hit refresh on the localhost 5000 or even in 8081, whatever it is. I don't think this server is running. Okay, just get rid of this. I'll say 5000, and we have our application running. So another thing is, and this is running in watch mode. If you want both of them to run together, this webpack dev server, go to package.json file. We are not serving the output from the root folder anymore. We are serving it from dist folder. So I want this webpack server to take care of that. So I'll say npm run dev, and this dev server should be now showing some output because this index.html doesn't have the script tags here. So it is as good as useless for us. The outcome is under dist folder, so that's what we are looking at. So I'm going to say localhost 8081. Okay, the output is still served from slash the root folder. I don't. Okay, now it's working fine. So that npm dev is responsible for even compiling your source code. So it will compile, and it says failed to compile for some reason. Yeah, don't worry about that. Here, if you want to club these two commands, you can using start. So you need one package by the name concurrently to run it, and you'll say kill others, which means one is killed, you want to kill others. Here you're going to say in double quotes what to run. So I'm going to say npm run build. So there is double quotes everywhere, so we need to escape these double quotes, and after that you're going to say npm run dev. So it's nothing. I'm saying concurrently run these two commands, build and dev. That's it. So it is as good as compiling first and then running the dev server. So I'm going to say npm run, npm start. This will run both the commands. So I need a concurrently package installed. So let's install that concurrently. So I'm going to take a couple of more minutes here. So this is the last thing we'll talk about that, and then we'll end the session. Okay, it is installed. Now go ahead and say npm start. Concurrently is a package which helps you run concurrently couple of commands like this. So it is serving the Webpack dev server and it is going to compile your files also whenever there is any change. It's like ng serve command. So you just go and hit refresh and this should not throw any error if everything goes good. So some reason it's taking a lot of time. Okay, it seems to be working fine. I don't see any errors here in the console. Okay. Okay, there seems to be some errors, maybe because of this here. So just kill this. I'm going to say npm run dev. As far as the compilation is concerned, there is no issue, but looks like this serving has issue with the Webpack dev server. So there is no need to use this server. Again, not necessarily. You should go with this server. There are many servers available, like Light server, HTTP server, many. They all serve the purpose. As we are using Webpack, people would like to use Webpack dev server. So again, there is an issue with this. Probably I'm not giving it properly the name. I don't know why it is serving from the root. Okay, it is always serving from the root. Don't worry about that. I'll have a look at it. What is that? So let's stop here. And that was the Angular course. Probably it's 3 weeks, 18 sessions. So I'm not pushing these changes to GitHub repository because I already have something. If you want to check that out, just go ahead and look at this Angular 5 seed. So because this is better than what we have done today, it has more content than what we did today. So we'll stop here. We are already over the time. So let's, okay. So there is no need to push this to GitHub repository, as I said. I'm stopping the share.